We're live.
Well, good evening, good evening, good evening. We're here once again for not necessarily political with Mr. Lonnie Malone, uh, Mr. Josh Raby, and I am Pastor Gwendolyn Cook Webb. And we are here to just talk with you about not necessarily political. And there's a lot of things going on in today's society right here in Birmingham, Alabama. You can go from district to district and you will find that there's a lot going on. But today we want to discuss with you about District 55. I think that's a great hot topic to be talking about. We need to discuss that issue. And on Not Necessarily Political today, we're going to give you some good information as it relates to District 55 and some other things. So, are you ready? Get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready for Not Necessarily Political. We're back. Well, I don't think that Mr. Franklin will be on with us today. Maybe he'll jump on. Who knows? But to all of you that will like to be involved, we're going to make that possible soon and very soon. Uh, Mr. Malone has told us that he's getting all geared up to have it where people can call in and uh, do all of the things that we need to do to have you involved. Come on, let's talk about Josh. You're going to be in here with me, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here. So we definitely have a lot of stuff to talk about. Mr. Webb, it's good to see you.
It's good.
Um,
It's good to see you too.
this is what happens when London don't let everybody get together, y'all. We have to make us go live again. Uh, yeah. So we just recently had a major special election here in Jefferson County. For those that don't know, I'm talking about District 55, which was recently vacant by Coach Fred Plump. Um, we've had what was it about 5 or 6 people in the race?
It was seven. It
Seven.
was
Wow,
seven people in the race.
7 people. Um, I will not sit here and tell y'all that the voting population that went out was major, but it was what was expected. Because we don't uh, advertise well election day. We advertise candidates, but we don't really advertise election day. I think that should be something that we change and really remind people and drill that in their heads about election day. Nevertheless, so election night happened, and it now comes to a runoff between Birmingham police officer Travis Hendricks and corporate exec Sylvia Swaney. Am I saying her last name right? I'm probably gonna get in trouble. I don't
Dwayne,
know.
you are going to get in trouble. You
Yeah,
are in trouble.
man. So, so now the runoff is October the 24th. Um, and now we're just digging into the conversation, y'all. What do we want out of our representative? Who do we elect? What are you looking forward to? And more importantly, if you don't know these candidates, we're going to tell you a little bit about them that we know. Not a lot, but it's something that you guys can Google yourself and learn. And find their social media pages. But Mr. Webb, I am. Let me first, if I could, let me take a personal statement real quick and say I am not on anybody's campaign in District 55 race. I need to personally say that because a lot of people hit me up and ask me, am I on anybody's campaign? I ain't scared of nobody. Please, best believe. But I'm not on anybody's campaign. If I'm friends with people, I'm friends with people. Don't get the two separated from work and friendship. So I think that has to be publicly said because of rumors. But I am not on anybody's campaign. The only person that I was supporting and on campaign of was Antwon Womack. He was unsuccessful, but he's still in the community doing some stuff. And so now we're looking at who could be our next representative and what we expect out of them. So I just want to kind of set that out real quick, um, just so people can really know that and have an understanding of that.
Well, first you have to look at it, Josh. That's a very good way of introducing it. But you look at it, at first it was seven. Now it's down to two.
Mm.
And out of that two, we have got to stop looking at that, well, we've got to get the best person, remove in and everything else from the equation. We have got to get the most knowledgeable person to represent District 55, the one that's knowledgeable. uh I've been watching candidates in other races all over the country, and people don't even know what the position entails. So, how are you going to go somewhere when you don't know where you're going or what you will be doing? So, those are things I continue to tell people, we need more voter education. Voter
Absolutely.
registration is good, but we've got to have more voter education. We're going to have to educate the voters on how to get the vote out and what we are looking for in the different positions. Would you not agree, Josh?
I would. I definitely agree. I think we should stop. I said this during the time that you and Lenny were on the ballot. We got to stop looking at folks because of their church affiliations, their fraternal relationships, and all that. Can the people do the job?
Right,
That's the end of the day question. Can you do the job? Can you govern the state, the county, the city? Can you pass a bill? Can you write a bill? Do you know how to write a bill? Do you know what's going on in your district? Do you know the people in your district? Um, those are important things that needs to be asked of candidates, not what you promise to do, not who church you affiliate yourself with, not when's the last time you did community service, which is all great things to know. But can they do the job? Um, are they a fast learner, or they're gonna be just there just to hold a position?
well, one thing we've got to look at, these people moving in and out of a moving in and out of a district, and also watching an individual. I can truly say, even for yourself and as well as Lonnie, we've been doing an awful lot where we are. We're no Johnny come lately. We've been here and we're still doing the jobs here, whether we are elected or not for a
Absolutely.
position. We're still working. So therefore, there are a lot of things to look at. I mean, what, like you said, stop looking at a person for fraternal uh, uh, positions, what clubs they belong to. We got to start getting people that's really up for the task. They know what they're doing and they know what they're going there to do.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So, Josh,
Speak. I'm sorry. Can you hear me? Can you hear
I
me?
can hear you.
Okay.
Yes.
I could give you a wonderful stump speech, but can I do the job? Um, I can give you a wonderful slogan, but do I know what the job entails? When I ran my very first race for constable, I knew what the job was. I understood it, and I taught it every time I went to go speak somewhere. And I just ain't heard nothing from even from the 7 to the 2. of what the job entails, what you do. Again, from the 7 to the 2. So from neither one of the groups have I heard, what do you do on this job? Can you do the job? What is the 1, 2, 3s to do? And Womack, when he ran the times he's ran, I know he's always shared it. But even in this timing, I'll say it again, I haven't heard from the 7 or the 2 what this job is. All I heard was, you can count on me to be in Montgomery. You can, or I'm connected to this person, or I know this person. But that's all well and good. But do you know how to do the job? Can you tell me what's affecting District 55 right now? Can you tell me what's affecting Jefferson County? Can you tell me what's affecting Alabama right now? Those are the important things that voters really want to hear. They want to hear you be real with them. Stop giving them the fancy speech and just be real with them. Tell me, hey, I don't know the job, but listen, I want to go to Montgomery and learn it and help you. I'd rather for you to say that than to you twirl your thumbs.
Well, we need more debates. We need to bring, like I said, now we're down to 2. We need to bring the 2 together, and let's see which one of these individuals should be going to Montgomery.
Absolutely, Lonnie. We need a debate.
Make it happen. We need a debate.
We need a debate. Make it happen.
Malone.
I'm with y'all on that. I think we need a debate for real.
Great. So we're gonna put one together. See, we put Lenny on spot sometimes, y'all.
Will they come?
We need to bring one together under not necessarily political.
Absolutely.
I don't think they would come.
I think they would.
I think
Let's
they
put
would.
the invite out right now. Hey, Travis. Hey, Sylvia. If we do a debate, will you show up? I'm willing to come. I think they'll come.
And I think people are waiting for it.
Yeah. Lenny,
I mean, they really are. Huh?
You're on mute, but I think they'll show up.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure it out what happened there. I'm sorry, Lizzie. I'm trying to produce at the same time. This is an impromptu show that that we're doing today, but I think it's necessarily as well because this is a unique race in a lot of ways, and I don't know how it's going to play out. I don't know the purpose of this race. You understand what I'm saying? This race is it's a little different. Are we fighting for the community? Are we fighting to keep the seat black? Are we fighting for issues that don't pertain to the black community? What are we fighting for? Are we fighting to keep certain people in power or certain entities in power? The black community does not have clear issues. I don't vote in 55. It's 55, right? Yeah, I'm 66. So I don't really have a say-so in it, right? But I have family members that are in 55. I have friends that are in 55. What are we fighting for? Who will fight for the people? That's always been. If you look at every show on Not Necessarily Political, it has always been who is going to fight for the people. Now you have Travis Hendricks he was out of Inslee. I don't know. Does he still stay in Inslee?
Don't know.
I don't.
Then you have Sylvia Swain, who is in the Highland area, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So those are two. That's a big contrast in the district, right? That's like, popularity wise, not popularity, but population wise, home wise, business wise, look at the business between how Fairfield business look and Avondale. You understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So it is different now. I don't want to do the old school tale of two cities. And by the way, I'm doing I don't do this, but let me take a pause for the calls. Commercial break me, please. I got a Shantae Brown shirt on for district court. And here's why. Someone did a smear campaign on her because of somebody that's on her campaign. I don't like that. That is personal. Let's stick to the issues. Why are you attacking people on something that does not pertain to them? You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Why do you do that in politics? And it seems like it's in the black community. Politics is dirty no matter where you are. But you're attacking good candidates. Let me take that back. Everybody's a good candidate. You're, like Josh said, you're attacking qualified candidates. That's when I have an issue. Everybody's a good candidate. No matter what you do, everybody's a good candidate. But to attack qualified people for stupid stuff, I mean, everybody deserves a second chance from what I've read, right? And if you haven't found out about it, that's good. That means it's not traveling. I like it. But I had to address it. And again, normally on Not Necessarily Political, we don't wear campaign shirts, but sometimes it draws it out of you. We support who we want to, but we don't normally endorse anybody. But after that time, you just can't allow mess to start on people, because then you start attacking their character. You start attacking, and that's not good. You know what I'm saying? That person is a family person. Don't attack people for their past. Everybody got a past. And trust me, you may not realize it, but your past is out there. People just ain't came across, or people just ain't talked about it out loud. But everybody has a past. Okay, now back to District 55. The two areas that we have now are so big of a contrast that, and then it's a classic, Josh and Gwen. Are black people gonna come back out and vote on the first day of Classic Week?
I
And
doubt
I'm
it.
specifically
I'm
saying,
gonna go ahead and tell you. I'm gonna go ahead and
don't
tell
be
you now.
offended by me saying black people. Don't do that, because black people, you're 73% district in District 55, and you have a white female that's running and won and was in a runoff. She beat other black candidates in a black district with two boxes, 2 or 3 boxes. You don't see them. I told some politicians about a year or so ago, I said it does not matter that Birmingham is 75% black when 30% of the white votes are helping mayors and city council win. 75% don't mean anything if you're not voting. When we did the census, keep in mind, Birmingham was the number what city for years?
Number
In the city now, in the state of Alabama,
yes.
Birmingham was number 1 for years.
Yes.
We're number what now, Josh?
4.
3?
No, brother.
We're number 4.
Are we 4 now? Okay.
We're number 4 from the 5th floor.
We're number 4.
We're number 4. So voting, being part of the census, that stuff matters. You can't, I don't care if you vote, you need, voting should be this. In the 9th grade, they teach you mayor, city council, school board. In the 10th grade, they teach you county, judges, right? In 11th grade, they teach you state reps, any other state positions. In the 12th grade, they teach you about presidential. So by that time, you have gone through a whole year of how each part of the government works. You
Well,
see
they
what I'm
take,
saying? You go
but
through
they
all
taking
the
that out of
branches.
school.
Huh?
Like civics. We used to have civics, you know.
But still, break it down once a year. Have them all go to the city council meetings.
Right.
Have them go through the county commissioners. Have them go to Montgomery and look at a session. You teach about the president. You teach about the secretaries of state, the houses. You teach about the what's the one, the lady that just got on, which a dude that need to retire. The
Congress,
not Congress. You know what I'm talking about. The black guy. It was only a black guy. The justice. The
Supreme Court.
Supreme Court.
Uh-huh.
Teach about the Supreme Court. You get what I'm saying? Look how they did Obama. When Obama was in office, they told him that he don't need to put anybody in because he's finna leave. But yet they let Trump do what, 3?
He did.
Because we don't know about voting. We're doing this apathy. You gotta, I'm telling you, District 55 is happening for a reason. If Fairfield doesn't come out, Sylvia Swain will win by a landslide. If Fairfield come out, but will they come out? That was a question I asked. Will they come out during Classic Week to vote?
But I like to piggyback, if I may, on something that you're saying here. Are we going to let campaigns be dumbed down to color? Are we going to start putting race over into something? And you know, I for one, I'm sick and tired of that. If you're qualified, regardless of what color you are, and you are going to represent not some of the people some of the time, but all of the people all of the time, then okay.
Oh, it sounds like we know who Gwen is voting for, Josh.
I'm gonna say it this way. I have to agree with her. We gotta stop looking at race. Start looking at the quality in the qualifications. Again, can you tell me what the job does? Can you carry a bill? Can you write a bill? Do you know who are the power players that you're going to have to go talk to in Montgomery? Do you know the power players in the city, in the county, in the neighborhoods? I don't care if you black, white, I don't care if you're straight, gay, trans, whatever. Can you do the job? That's what I'm looking at.
But does that matter?
I said the same when Lonnie was running. Can you do the job? I said the same thing when Gwen Webb ran. Can you do the job? I've even asked people to ask me, can I do the job when I ran? So I'm going to ask that same question because we're going to do a debate. It will be a not necessarily debate. And those people will show up. And I'm going to ask them, tell me how to do.
You think they're going to come on not necessarily political?
Yes,
Absolutely.
they will.
You think they're going to come on
Absolutely.
not necessarily political?
Absolutely. If you allow them to come on, absolutely.
You think that, again, let me ask y'all again. You think they're going to come on not?
I know for a fact one of the candidates is waiting to come on. That's all I'm going to say.
You got Chris Coleman. You got Gary
All
Richardson.
great people. But
you think they're going to come on?
We are a voice of people on here, and I believe that they will come on. So you do the invite. Let's bring them on. I can find us a spot to do it at. It could be a very live stream. Don't have to have an audience there. But I'm calling for us to do a debate. And I'm going to ask the question, how do you make a bill? How do you get it passed? And better yet, who are your people in the community you need to be working with? Those are the questions that I'm asking. I don't care who you are, who you connect to, who your friends are, who you sit by at church.
Do you know how hard our questions would be?
Let's go with it.
Absolutely.
That don't matter. I'm
We
personally
don't
saying
do
it right now,
softball
Lenny.
questions, Josh.
I'm saying it right now on your show. Travis, Sylvia, inboxers. We want you to come on and do a debate. I just need a yes or a no. If you don't come, then that means you really don't really want to win an election. If you come on, that means you got something to say and you actually care about your position. So, Travis, Sylvia, let a brother know you want to come on.
All right,
Inbox me.
now here are, look, check this out now. Here are some of the issues that are out there on the candidates. This is what we want to do. What we're trying to do is we're trying to get the information out because, again, you got a potential other seat coming up. Do y'all realize that?
Yes, we do.
You got a potential District 52. It may be coming up. So who goes in this seat and then who goes in that seat, that can be a power shift to certain things in the state. Because see, people, if you go down there and do it right, every Republican are not against Democrats per se. You can get some stuff passed. Rolanda Hollis get bills passed. Wanda LeGavan get bills passed. John Rogers get bills passed. So you can get some bills passed. Now, don't think that because there are 700 Republicans and 3 Democrats down there, don't think that you can't get them passed, right? If I go down there, I can work a relationship. I'm not going to tell you I won't work with certain groups of people. My gift is community relations. It is bring people together. I know I have a gift in that. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So a person that goes down there has to be able to work across the aisles. You got to. Any Democrat that says I'm not going to work with anybody, you might as well don't even go down there. It is a waste of time, right?
Right.
From Bessemer to Birmingham, any state representative that talk about they not going to work with Republicans when there's a Republican-led house, I'm not saying you got to sell your soul, but you got to work. That's the art of a deal. That's the deal. That's where it always been. I hate when people play on people's emotions that if you work with this, you're a sellout. That's not what you're doing. You got to get stuff done. That's what politics. And first of all, if for the left wing and right wing, it's all part of the same bird. You never seen a bird fly with one wing, have you? I'm sorry. Go ahead, Josh. You're mute, Josh.
Just a quick reminder. I don't know if Lenny is doing this or not, but if you comment in the comment section, we can see your comments and show them.
Oh yeah, we
please
good.
Please be respectful in your comments.
Don't nobody come on, brother.
Part 2 of this is since we're doing a quick commercial break, I got a question. If any teachers are watching this, can y'all explain to me why the kids are out of school this week? I just need to know. I just saw a text just got to me, and I was just trying to clarify. School
it's fall break?
Is it out this whole week?
Is it fall break this week? I don't know.
Okay. Well, if a teacher or somebody's on here, please let me know.
I know there's a holiday tomorrow.
Tomorrow's a holiday.
Busyness, but I didn't know about the whole week. My kids are in school.
Of course they are. So, his kids are scholars, y'all. His kids are at Harvard and Spelman and all these, not Spelman, but all these. Columbus Day is tomorrow. But what's the rest of this week? Because according to a post, Birmingham City School is out this whole week. So I was just trying to clarify so I can confirm for somebody. But, yo, I'm calling for this debate. I'm going to say it again. And I'm just going to tell y'all, Gwen Webb ain't going to be nice to you. Lonnie Malone ain't going to be nice to you. I'm not going to be nice to you. But we're going to get to the point of really getting these questions.
They're not coming on the show, my brother.
They are. I promise you. Lonnie, are you giving them permission to come on? You give them permission to come on.
Look, no, this is what I say about my house, my personal home. everybody's welcome, just everybody ain't invited. But this time, everybody is invited. Look, I have no problem. Look at Ladarius. Don't start Ladarius here.
Your loving wife said I come over. I'm one of the nice people she like. Anyway, we're calling for them to come on.
You invite them. I'm not inviting them.
All right, so I'm personally inviting Travis Hendrick and Sylvia Swain.
No, you call them. Call them and do it the right way.
All right, I'll call them after the show.
Ladarius, we're talking about District 55. But here's what I was about to say. Gwen dropped off. I'm sure she'll jump back on. There she is. Here's the issues that have come across. That was said to me that the reason why people. What is going on with Gwen today?
No, I'm here now.
Okay. Yeah. Let's break it down. On Travis, this is what I was told. People don't want to vote because he's a police officer. Right? Listen, this is what we're dealing with, right? People don't want to vote because he's a police officer. He's connected. He's looked at as the candidate that was connected to the system. He had a lot of money donated to him. These are just answers and reasons that I was given. I'm not projecting. Again, I'm in District 56 on Ontario Tillman. I'm not running for state representative. I know one of the candidates. The other candidate does not speak to me. Well, he speaks. They speak. But that's it. They don't converse with me, anything like that. But those are the issues. That's what the other candidate, they don't feel that candidate will fight for the Black community. They don't feel that candidate is knowledgeable. They don't feel that candidate knows enough. They haven't done enough community work. See, that's what we do here. We push out real issues, right? We're not, look, you think I'm going to get into the fact of Black versus white? No. I do not care. I don't ever get into that. I get into what Josh said. Are you qualified? Evidently, people think the most qualified in this race was Travis Hendricks and Sylvia Swain. Both of them have a backing that most candidates would love to have. Most candidates, they had a financial backing. Most candidates would have. So y'all finna make me go live and go in because at this point I'm sick. Hey, Ladarius, I'm with you. That's why we doing it.
Ladarius, come on.
You can come on this show, Darius. Come on here. Send me your email. I'll send you on here. That's the thing, man. What are the issues? Is that not a concern anymore? And I'm not going to be talking long because we literally just doing an impromptu. I don't know. I don't know. I understand this is a Black community. I understand this is a new day as well. What issues do you need to fight for to make you vote? All I care about is you getting out and voting. I'm against voter apathy. I'm against anybody who does not fight for the community. And to be more specific, I'm especially against you if you do not fight for the Black community. I'm especially against you if you will not fight for the Black community. Trust me.
Okay, tell me this. For the city, county, who's fighting for the Black community? Wait a minute now. It's something you even said when you were running. If you look out your door this morning when you woke up, if you go a block from your house, you don't even have to go a full block. And then people go sit up and talk about fight for the black community. Who's fighting for us right now? Hello, I don't hear you, Lonnie. If these are your words, if you go out your front door, what do you see differently from yesterday, last
Get it,
month?
minister.
Come on now, talk to me. What people are going to have to start looking at, people that's going to fight for all of us. Not have one side of the city looking like a luxury place, and then you come over to the other side and it's the absolute slum area. And it's not because of the people who just live there. Come on, let's be real about this.
So
I use some of your words. Go ahead.
I'm gonna
took,
say it this way. I'm sick
hold
of
up, guys. Let me say this because I wouldn't say this, but I'm on a different path in life. I had took an issue with the one particular candidate in the race. That person was very different. And what I mean by that is very disrespectful. And somebody asked me, would I vote for that person? I told them no. I said, because under their leadership and administration, how did they do? And I started going down everything that they didn't do. That person didn't get a vote from that person that asked me about that. You see what I'm saying? I study everybody. But when you're sitting up here being disrespectful to a voter, who does that as a candidate? So, Josh, I don't think they're going to come on the show because they don't know what they're going to get. You understand what I'm saying? We don't sugarcoat, Josh.
But listen, they don't know it.
We don't rush time. They can be on this show 4 hours. They can be on this show 4 hours.
Let me, I gotta change my words because what I was gonna say was gonna get me blocked off this show. They go on these talk radio shows. You don't know what you're getting. They go to these neighborhood events. Don't know what you're gonna get. And Minister Webb is a neighborhood officer, so she know what I mean when I say that, because you don't know the kind of
we're trying to be relevant.
Okay, so let's be relevant. You put it out there. You invite them. You invite them.
We don't have
Lonnie,
an audience.
Lonnie, you've done a debate on this show before, and when a guest didn't come, you let them know that the people did not want to come and come to the forefront and say what they need to say. So do the same. Whomever says yes to come on, we'll have them on. But we would love for both to come on. If one comes, let them say their ABC speech. But if both, then we'll give them two. Like, we gotta stop thinking. First off, if nobody believes in not necessarily political, go do something with yourself. This is an actual show, as if you were watching Roland Martin, as if you listen to Think Tank or anything else. So if they don't take you serious, that's something that you got to deal with them on that. But as real journalists, real reporters, or real podcasters, whatever you want to be, you invite somebody. It's only up to them to show up or not. So again, I'm publicly saying it here, and I just text one person that works on one campaign, and I text the other person on another campaign. I need to talk to your candidates. I need them on a debate. If they come, they come. If they don't, they don't. You build it, they will come. If they don't come, you enjoy it while you got the space. Am I right, Mr. World?
Oh, you're so right, honey. You're right. The invitation, we will extend the invitation. It's up to them whether they accept or reject the invitation. And you brought up the other two shows, Lonnie, not necessarily political. We don't charge. We want you on here to talk to the people. Let the people know who you are, what you're all about. That's what not necessarily political is.
Right. And before people start making posts saying we bashing folks, we're not. We're just saying we're inviting people. You're more than welcome to come on here. If you want to come on and sing for 5 minutes, an hour, go right ahead. That's what this platform is for. It ain't a Lonnie show. It ain't a Gwen Webb show. It ain't a Josh Raby show. This is the people's show. We talk about issues that really matter, and we get to the straight point of stuff. So, again, Hendricks campaign, Sweeney campaign, you're more than welcome. Come on. What?
Your nephew asking who is the guy in the middle looks familiar.
Wow, you don't remember me, nephew? Okay, I got you. That's okay. I'll be over there soon. But yeah, we got.
I want Ladarius to come on. Evidently, Ladarius can't come on either. I'm calling them all out, Josh. Oh, let me address another commercial break, please.
Oh God.
I was told that I'm running from the community. That if I don't win, I run. Let me address something, please.
Please.
I don't fear anyone or anything. I fear God. Let me say that openly. I'm a Christian. But I quit because I was tired. It's okay to be tired and stop. If you're running and you're tired, what do? You stop. You'll keep going for a minute, but eventually you will stop and take a break. That's so to have that out there on me, like if he don't get his way, I'm gonna take my basketball and go home. No, I've helped a lot of politicians. Ask any of them, have they ever paid me? No, because I don't charge. But to say that I ran because I'm scared or if I don't get my way, don't do that. Because then you're going to make me come out against you. So don't do that. I'm Lonnie. I've always been Lonnie. And okay, back to the thing, Josh. This is impromptu. We're really just talking, ladies and gentlemen. If you just join us, this is not necessarily political. I want to thank you all for joining in today. We're doing a impromptu show about District 55 on the State House Representative 55. There's a special election runoff. You're on mute again. We got to get the people out there. Ladies and gentlemen, let me put this more in perspective. And this can be a cheat answer for one of them. They got $1 billion budget. And 10% of 45,000 people voted to elect a state representative who is over $1 billion budget. A state representative passes a school budget for the state and they balance a budget for the state. These are don't look at the lawmaking part of it. Those really are the only two jobs that a state representative don't ever have to pass a bill. Right?
Right.
But to have 4%, 10%, if that many come out, and that's what I'm telling y'all about apathy in the Black community. 45,000 registered voters and only 10%, if that came out and elected or about to elect, and it may be even less than that on October 24th, are we not bothered? Or should we be entertained? Should we come out to entertain y'all? I don't understand. How are we not allowing, somebody asked me in California, they said, Lonnie, why do people in Birmingham don't vote? That should be second nature. You're the civil rights capital. It was funny because I always say we're the civil rights capital of the world. We literally can move stuff from Birmingham. The world tends to follow sometimes. And I said, man, this is the craziest thing. 45,000 registered voters, 45,000, electing somebody who's part of $1 billion+ budget. that maintains your school system and your state system. And less than 10% came out to vote. That's like the city council. Every district has about 20-some thousand voters. It'll take 2,000 to win a seat that controls a $500 million budget. Do we not understand that? Here's another thing. Sheila Tyson said that she's running for Congress. Or, let me say this, an article was released that Commissioner Sheila Tyson, is running for Congress. If she wins, right? Because there's right now, they look like it's about 10 candidates for this new seat. If she wins, it'll only take maybe 7 to 8% to win the county commissioner. Or let's give it a number. Let's say 10%. Do we not understand if Birmingham is $500 million, the county got to be close to $1 billion or more, or probably more than that. I haven't looked at the exact number, so I try not to throw exact numbers out until I'm prepared to speak in front of people. So right now, we know that Birmingham is $500 million, so the county got to be definitely more than that. And then all it's taking is for a certain amount of people to get out there and vote, and you're putting these people in office, and you wonder why change don't change. You wonder why change does not change.
Putting people in all offices. Now, it was a question that was presented, and I didn't want to stop you because you're on it. Who are we bashing? They were not talking about us bashing anybody. Who are we supposed to be bashing?
No, I'm just saying because, people are quick to put comments and postings up. We share this out and think that we're bashing. And I'm telling people we're not. We're just sharing the facts of this. There's multiple outlets around our state that you could use to get your word out. And we're one of those assets. That's all I'm stating.
Oh,
and
I'm for voting over an app. If we can sit up here and do online banking, I think we can online vote.
I would love it if our elected officials in Jefferson County spend some money on pushing the fact that there is a runoff, not a candidate, but a runoff. If we
That's designed on purpose.
If we start teaching people about elections,
what's the guy Kwame? What's the guy Kwame out of in Michigan said? If your downtown looks great and your outside areas don't, that's designed on purpose. They don't want it to be out there, Josh. It's easy to look. Would you want to have 1 ant or 1,000 ants in your house?
One.
Because why? You can control that. They don't want you to come out there and get and vote like that. Which I get it. I do. But when you got $1 billion budget and you're talking about 7 candidates, and you're talking about the top 2 didn't even have 1,500 votes together, the top 2.
Okay, let me ask you this question, Lonnie. Why do you think people just don't want to vote? Why do you think that people say, well, I'm just tired of it. You get the same old thing. Why do you think people just don't want to go out and vote?
You just said it. What has changed?
Lonnie, you should have a message.
Huh?
You have a message.
Josh, a question was presented the other day. What has changed? That's it. Ain't nothing else. What has changed recent in Birmingham or wherever?
The classic is going to 2026. No, I'm just sorry. Listen, y'all, we got to do better. We got to do better. And I think also, Mrs. Webb, I want to answer your question. As far as I don't think people don't want to vote. I think also to the fact that some people are getting confused because those of us that are on a 2024 ballot have already started campaigning. And it says March 5th on a lot of those things that are going out. Then you had the special election that just jumps out. And so I think it probably confused people. I have friends in other districts going to their polling places not realizing this ain't that election. This is just that one district having an election. So I think also that was a mistake by design. Um, and so that kind of also put something in place. But also some people just they're tired of politicians. They're tired of the lies. They're tired of the broken promises. They're tired of hearing the same old, same old. Um, I Lonnie knows it, and Mr. Webb, you probably know it too. We as people who run for office, when we go to these things and speak, who are we mainly in the room with? Other folks that's running, other folks
Well,
that's a
that's
part of
true.
politics, and we got to get people, we got to get folks in the community into those rooms because they're the people we're running to help and be a service to. And I just think we do a terrible job of really pushing out to the masses of people. And we don't have a Secretary of State we can really trust right now. Um, but we got to get out and we got to tell people, hey, October 24th, there's an election. Hey, I know y'all want to get ready for Classic, but District 55 folks, this concerns you. We got to get out. And the exact same thing for when March 5th happens. Hey, y'all, March 5th, that happens for the whole county. That's a big situation, and we need y'all to get out. So, yeah, that's it. My brother on here.
Oh my gosh.
Well, hi, handsome.
Oh, word.
Hi, Ladarius.
Hey, Minister Webb, how you doing?
I'm blessed by the very best. How are you?
Oh my
Good.
gosh.
Lonnie,
Big brother,
Lon,
What's
Josh,
the word? What's the word?
give
everything
us a
About
good?
to put
speech,
me
man.
world beard again.
Man, listen, I've been listening to y'all. I've been a spectator all morning listening. I mean, all afternoon listening to y'all. Uh, this District 55 race is very, very strange to me. It is very strange to me.
It don't seem
Um,
right, does it? Something phony about it.
and I'm gonna say this. Um, I want to specify. Patricia Todd is my friend. I love Patricia Todd. However, if we allow someone from outside of District 55 to dictate the next representative for District 55, we're going to lose a lot in future races. This is going to set a precedent. I hope y'all hear me.
Oh, I hear you, but I'm waiting for you to finish so I can say something to that.
If Inslee, Fairfield, uh, what parts of West Inslee, Dolomite, if y'all allow in these underserved communities, if you allow money to play a role in this race and not look out for your best interests, we're gonna lose this race. It should not even be a runoff between these two candidates. Let me be very clear. These two candidates should not be in a runoff against each other. How Swain made the runoff is a shock to me. I was flabbergasted.
I wasn't shocked at all.
I was
wasn't either.
shocked.
Well, how Cara didn't make it into the runoff is a shock to me. See, we Ladarius, now you know how I love you, but we're talking about outside people dictating to the people on who to vote for. Wait a minute now, wait. And who are the people that supporting different candidates? Are they inside people, or are they some outside people supporting both candidates? Huh?
Who?
So when I made that statement, I was talking about certain groups who have never taken an interest in districts 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, or 60. But all of a sudden now these particular groups have an endorsement and a say-so in this district.
Well, I I'm gonna be absolutely honest with you, and I'm not getting, and that's one of the things that happened in Birmingham. People get into battles where there should not be battles, So I'm not going to be out with you. You know how much I love you and all of the guys that's on here, but we've got to be fair all the way across the board. This race bring people from even another county. You understand? We have got to be.
This is a national race now.
Yeah.
This is a national race now.
Yeah.
This is historical right here.
Yeah.
They have a national campaign going right now.
But not only that, y'all, this particular race itself is an outsider's election altogether on either side. This right here, I'm sorry, this ain't got nothing.
I can't do that. I can't do that. And I'm honestly saying I can't do that. Listen, and I'm glad Minister Will, you brought up Carr. I love Carr as well. But Carr is the one who injected this thing about the police officer connecting it to Travis, and that being something that's a negative on him. And that's not fair. That's not good, and it's not right. I've been knowing Travis for a very long time. Travis is straight from Ensley. Okay. 2, Alan Treadway. Treadway on the police department. He also served in the House. Serving in the House. Don't nobody say nothing about Alan Treadway. I'm not gonna do it. You're not gonna tag this black man that's from Ensley just because he just so happens to work as a police officer to provide for his family. That is not fair.
But Ladarius, that is not fair. Okay, see, this is where we're about to go with this. I'm from Ensley. Okay, what I'm saying in Treadway was the assistant chief, and so none of that should come into play. It really should not.
His phone
None of that
dropped
should
off.
come into play, huh?
Keep going. His phone dropped off. I'm sure you can still hear you now.
Okay, none of that should come into play. But Cara is being to try to brand Cara with something, go down all of the things that Cara McClure has done in all of her years, in young years. That's not fair. I can't let that happen. So therefore, she ran a good and honest race. She did that. I feel like she should have been one of, it was going to be a runoff. She should have been one of the ones in the runoff. See, we want it like we want it. That's not fair. That is not fair. And see, and then we want to get to things if we had to fought harder when I don't know who all they trying to bring in, But if we had fought harder when Plump was hoodwinked and bamboozled, we need to start fighting for what is right. And I don't care how anybody feel about me or what they say. I'm always going to fight for what is right. I've always done it, and I've gotten too old to stop now.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you just joining us, I want to thank you out. No matter if it's now live or later, thank you for joining Not Necessarily Political. We are doing our Concerned Citizens impromptu show today. We actually wasn't going to do one, but we kind of felt that they have a runoff for the House Representative District 55 on October 24th. It was a special election. Now it's a runoff to that special election. And the two candidates, and we say names here, so you don't have to worry about guessing who is Travis Hendricks, a native of Ensley, and you have Sylvia Swain, who is in District 55 on the opposite side. It's the what's that side, Josh?
Highland Park, sir.
Highland Park. And that's the two different there. The districts over there. We had Ladarius here, his community activist. There he is. He's popped back on. He had a communication issues, but he's back.
Yeah,
we have those two candidates. One candidate from Ensley, one candidate from Highland, and again, early in the show, I gave you all issues that came across my desk, that the issues they have with both candidates. They feel one is a police officer, then they feel that the other one will not fight for Black community. So there are some strong issues here. Also, this is a weird election. It's both candidates now. This is actually it's almost a national, I would say a national campaign, because of Washington, D.C. now is heavily involved, which is weird for an Alabama race, for the most part. Well, Ladarius is back. Go ahead and finish your question, Darius. Or make your statements.
Oh, I thought y'all had kicked me out because I was going on a rant.
No, you no. I don't. No. I'm producing. I didn't touch anything.
But no. I was just saying that we got to be fair across the board.
We are, Josh.
We cannot see what it's doing when I get a phone call that does that. Okay. If we're not gonna be fair across the board, then we shouldn't play ball. Travis is here, he's a police officer. Okay. That's his profession. That's what he does to provide for his family. Is that a real negative? I mean, let's really think about the Birmingham Police Department. I mean, we are not in LA. We're not in Memphis. Like Birmingham.
Ladarius' phone is acting up again, y'all. Ladies and gentlemen,
we try to get Father time to unfreeze.
Yeah, he's froze right now, so we'll see what's going on. Maybe he'll pop back in. I don't know. We won't be on here long. This actually was an impromptu. It looked like it's about to turn into a show. All these people jumping on. Keith Williams, how's it going, my brother?
Hey, Keith.
Hey, how's it going, everybody?
We're talking about District 55. Keith, let me see that suit, brother. Let me see that power suit. I'm talking about, boy, looking like an old preacher there, boy.
Wait, got a fresh beard, dude? Keith, I'm telling you.
Yeah, look like you about to run for something.
I just came from afternoon service, so I'm sorry I'm late.
Hey, no, we're talking about Key. We're talking about District 55. Ladarius was speaking, ladies and gentlemen. Forgive him. I think he might have a bad connection where he is. But it appears that Darius is for Hendricks, which is fine. Again, we don't endorse, but we don't care if you endorse either. Everybody has a right to vote for who they want to. It appears that Gwen Webb is for Sylvia Swain and Ladarius is for Hendricks. That might be our first debate, right?
It appears that Gwen Webb is for what is right. Now, why would you go there? And you know I love you. You my friend. So,
Lennox, don't get beat up. Like,
Hey,
don't.
you don't
Will
read
after
me. I
the
ain't no
show.
book. I ain't no book. Don't read me. But Keith, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts, Keith? Before we're actually not going to be on here long. What are your thoughts, Keith, about District 55? Because we're going to do a show next weekend on the. I'm actually trying to get in touch with Joe Reed now. We're going to do a show on the lines drawn for the Congress because the Congress got to get ready to run. Actually, so
Why,
and I know.
Hold on. Hold up.
why Joe?
Pause.
No,
Right.
no.
Pause.
Why Joe Reed?
Hey
He's
man,
not the
look,
one you
I
should
don't
be.
have any issues with
He's not
Brother
should
Joe
be.
Reed.
He's not the. What I'm saying is, he's not the one you should be talking to.
It's
He
Randy
knows
Keller.
about the lines.
Yeah.
That's all I want to know. He knows about the lines down south. He can talk to, I mean, look, brother, I all I want is somebody who is knowledgeable. I don't know anything about the lines, frankly, because I'm not running for Congress,
Because
nor probably am
I've
I ever running.
actually have been. I actually have been involved with the congressional district case since its inception. When I first found out that the lawsuit has passed, I was in Washington D.C. in October of last year when the case was heard. I was there live in living color,
All right,
and
well,
I've been following.
next
I've been
week we're
following
gonna
ever
talk
since.
about it. I think Ladarius is he still? Oh no, it look like he's moving now. But right now we're talking about District 55 over in the special election runoff. There's like double overtime with Colorado State and Colorado Bucks.
So real quick, I have to make this statement. I have to make this statement because Ladarius ain't gonna make it, and if I'm wrong, Ladarius will fix it. But Ladarius here ain't making no endorsements because if you do, I'm gonna break his neck
Yes,
because
he
he know you
did.
fucked
He's
up.
from, he said who he's
No, no,
from.
no, no, no. I have not made any
He
endorsement.
know why I'm saying it.
What I said was these two should not be in a runoff.
Right.
Who should be in the runoff?
And wait a minute.
I mean, think about it. You
Wait,
had a
wait.
former mayor of Fairfield in the race. You had a former city councilman, you had a sitting city council woman. I
Who
mean,
had a big
come
turnout
on,
last?
man. I mean, Fairfield makes up everybody that has been elected in District 55 for the past 30, 40 years have come from Fairfield. And you got a former mayor who is the chief of staff of Miles College. You got a sitting city councilwoman, a former city council man, and you mean to tell me we end up in a runoff with a Birmingham police officer and Miss Swain, who none of us know that has just jumped in the race? I mean, are we serious?
Who's the former city councilman?
Vance
Vance
Marable.
Marable,
Yeah, Vance.
What was he councilman at?
He was city council
Fairfield.
Fairfield. Yeah.
Didn't know that.
Well, from what I heard, Fairfield didn't want anybody who was in office previously because they wasn't satisfied.
Well, I can't tell because nobody went and voted. Did you see those vote numbers in Fairfield?
That's what they
ridiculous.
said. They didn't want them. They didn't want any of the candidates.
None of the 7. It was 7
They didn't
of
want any. That's what I got now. Again,
them.
I lived in midfield. I was a midfield kid. I wasn't Fairfield. You get what I'm saying?
Terrible.
So
That's
Hey,
terrible.
I don't know, brother.
hey, so my cousin
That's
just
terrible.
asked why am I threatening Ladarius because apparently she's a fan of Ladarius. I'm not threatening Ladarius. I'm doing what Ladarius will make me do, which is to hold him accountable because he knows what
That's
we
true.
got.
I'm not endorsing. That's true.
So, Keith, what are your thoughts about 55?
Well, we know that 55 is it's a very diverse district. It stretches from Avondale all the way to Fairfield. And we have two candidates who obviously under the age of 40. And my thing about that is that I think it's about time that we have younger folks sitting in these offices. Because right now, if you look at the makeup of the legislator, you have an average of people in their 60s that are in these seats. And from my understanding, historically, these folks are obviously they're stuck in old traditions and they're stuck in their old ways. And Alabama has become like maybe 30, 40 years behind, in terms of of growth. I think it's about time that a lot of these legislative members who are in their 60s and 70s and 80s, they need to say adios, ride into the sunset. We need younger people in these seats. We need youth in these seats, more innovation, a different perspective. And that's what this race represents. It represents younger people.
Keep that energy
That's
when
what
it
we
comes to
need.
the president. Keep that energy when it comes to the president.
No, guy, they have not. I just saw your no, neither one. This is why we need a debate to ask them that question.
I definitely agree that we definitely need a debate. Now, one thing I do want to point out that the two forums that they had, to me personally, and I can't speak for everybody else, I'm really disappointed at some of the questions that was asked, because I felt that they didn't really get into the heart of the matters that people in District 55, are going through. I'm a District 55 resident, and the questions that was asked, I was like really disappointed. I felt that, again, that the questions didn't really hit the heart of the issues that District 55, is going through. So if there's going to be a debate, we got to grill these folks. We really got to center our questions around, the actual issues.
Hey, I got
Like,
a
for
question.
example, you got all these candidates that ran, in Fairfield. There was no, and these are either previous elected officials. We got one that's sitting on the council. I think it was Phyllis Olden Jones.
And Phyllis had 1,000 some votes last election.
She's currently, sits on the city council. There was no questions, that was asked about that. There was really Fairfield makes up a big chunk.
Well, here we're gonna do, Keith.
Right.
Here's what we're gonna do. And we're not gonna stay on long. I see that Vess and Sylvia they either joined or they watching or they were on at one time. We will, Joshua Raby, because I will not, is reaching out to the candidates and he's asking for the debate. The questions will come from these 5 people that are on live right now.
Question.
Go ahead.
Have the candidates that were in the primary, have they endorsed in this race?
They have not publicly come out. From what I hear, no, I won't say that until I speak to each of the candidates. I heard that they are backing a particular candidate, but I haven't spoke to them personally to hear them from them saying, yes, I back them. You get what I'm saying? But there has been a they did choose to back. I think Ladarius may be gone again. But the questions, Joshua, will come from the 5 that are on here now.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes, sir.
Now, will Sylvia come on? Will Hendricks come on? Joshua, they are more than welcome to come on.
I'm very much interested in that, and the reason.
You're breaking up, Darius. We need you to go to your office.
Go to your office, man.
I'm not finna drive downtown. Can y'all hear me?
But here, no, we go ahead, try it now.
All right. So, I'm interested because Vess Marable, Kim Coachman, Phyllis Olden Jones, because that would help tie up Fairfield with whoever they go with their endorsement, if they all go with the same candidate.
I said the other day,
I'm interested in Antwon Womack because he is also in the LGBT community, and that would possibly play a factor with whoever his endorsement is. And I'm interested in Carl McClure because she has not only the faith and works, but she also is with the Black Lives Matter. and that could possibly play a role in a factor. So I'm curious for those reasons to know why or who they endorse.
From
And
what
when
I
y'all start
heard,
seeing this election
from
on
what I heard,
CNN and stuff, you're gonna realize that this is not just a local election anymore.
no,
And I know for a fact from some people there's some stories that are gonna be running soon about 55 on national TV soon. So
this is
yeah, this is
guaranteed to
national.
be a national race. There's no way that you can have the first trans woman of Alabama to run in a race. Like, have you thought about this? The probate judges will be the first time in Alabama's history that you're going to have 2 black probate judges.
That is possible.
No, it is. It is. You're going to have either a man in one or a woman in one. You're going to have a woman in 2.
Remember
I
that
don't
is
know.
possible.
Can we say that now? I mean,
No, we can't.
because
Unless
there's a white man in the probate race.
Right, I was finna say.
but they don't think he can run.
Huh?
No, there's a white man that is running currently. That
We know that, but his job, he works with the county, so he may not be able to run. He's checking that out now. And
I
if
mean,
he has to drop
he can
out,
run. He can run, but he will have to
take a leave of absence.
he had to take a leave of absence.
and do you realize I don't know. It can who can afford that? Who can afford a leave of absence? You know what I mean?
I mean, people from those type of socioeconomic backgrounds.
Right. I mean, Lonnie, come on, Ladarius can do it. Ladarius can do it. So he in the economic background.
No, Ladarius can't afford it. That's why Ladarius not running.
Josh, when you give, and we'll make it, we'll do it NMP style. It'll be beautiful. It'll be a great debate. The questions are going to be extremely hard. Do not think we're bashing on anybody, but whoever wants to come on the show, I would even take some of the past candidates. From what I hear, I haven't heard anything about Coachman. I heard Phyllis is not going to publicly come out. I heard Cara has somebody. I heard Vess has somebody. Womack is not coming out publicly. Who else was it? Cara. I think Cara had somebody.
How y'all feel about candidates who don't come out and support in the runoff of a particular candidate? Do you feel? I mean, how you feel?
I feel like they lost and they took their basketball home and ran.
That's no to no surprise to me. You have a lot of candidates that ran for office in the past, and then after the election, you never hear from them.
Never hear from them again. Yeah,
they're not active, anywhere. So I'm not surprised it's going to be the case again this time around.
But Keith, I addressed that about that. They were saying that about me, that I'm running like I lost and I ran away. And I'm like, no, I had to take a break. I ran 4 years. I'm like, I'm tired. I said, can you imagine running?
I mean, it's okay.
But you endorsed the candidate after your primary though.
I did commercials and everything.
Came out for a candidate.
I did a commercial. No,
so you didn't just take your ball and run home. I'm talking about the candidates who don't support a particular candidate in the runoff.
All right, let's do this before we get ready to go, because I know time is being spent. We've been on literally, man. We've been an hour already, hour and 20 minutes. Joshua.
Yes.
Ladarius, I'm gonna give Ladarius a chance to answer again. Ladarius doesn't think that the 2 candidates that are in there should be there. So who do you think should have been in the runoff or won? Because some people don't think it should have been a runoff. So who do you think should have been in there?
If for runoff, I think Antwon Womack should have been in, and I think Carl McClure.
Cara and Antwon. Okay. Gwen? You're mute. You're on mute.
Can you hear me now?
We can hear you now.
Okay. Who do I think should have been in the runoff?
Let's say either won or in the runoff. Not who's going to win the runoff, but who won or should have won or should have been in the runoff?
Well, I feel that I go right back to Carl McClure. People who did not read her credentials and people who said that they don't know Carl McClure has got to be telling an absolute lie. Just like when they tried to say they didn't know Lonnie Malone or Gwen Webb, you know, and they definitely.
Man, y'all phones are killing me today.
It's this stream yard.
Go
Y'all
ahead. Hey,
phones, man.
don't bash StreamYard, okay?
All right, Keith Williams, who should have been in the runoff, or who should have won, or who should have been in the runoff? And then I'm gonna come back with another question.
Okay, the two people that I think should have been on runoff is Antwon Womack and Carl McClure. The reason why I say that is because going back to what Gwen was saying about Carl McClure, you know, anybody to say who don't know who she is either crazy or delusional. We're talking about a person that in 2018 she ran for a public service commission for the state of Alabama and got nearly 400,000 votes. 400,000 votes, you know, statewide. She is known statewide. Her organization, Faith and Works, is a statewide organization. She has done a lot statewide. I don't understand why she's not, you know, in the race. Her credentials is outstanding, and Antwon Womack, he knows when it comes to state politics. Antwon knows state politics. He's been in the trenches in Montgomery. He actually represents District 55 on the Alabama State Democratic Executive Committee. So his commitment to District 55 is unparalleled. And as far as who is, you know, to win,
not who's gonna win, not yet. Hold up.
Okay.
No, don't even go there.
Ladarius, don't give me that anybody in Fairfield. Don't give me that. Who should have won, or who should have been in the runoff?
So honestly, I think I don't think that there was going to be a representative from Fairfield because of the three that was in Fairfield were going to split the votes. So I figured that there would be a runoff, but there would be Birmingham people that were in the runoff, and I picked Travis Hendricks and Antwon Womack to be in the runoff. I am, you know, I'm with all folks, you know, and I look at these groups and endorsees a little different, and I was very I thought it was very odd how in the third quarter the LGBTQ community split and from Antwon and brought somebody else in the race when they had an advocate already in the race, and it made me realize that it's not so much of the community you in over the skin color you in.
All right. And as we get ready to close, actually, if they lost running the candidate, they should announce who they support. I agree. We all agree on that. Now, here comes the hard one. October 24th. Gwen Webb, who do you see winning? Welcome to NNP, baby. Josh dropped off at the last thing. Hold on, let me put Josh back on too. Man, y'all phones are killing me.
I was on my laptop, thank you.
Hey, but Gwen, you're on mute. Don't play that. Talking about something. You're on mute, Gwen. Hey, how they be doing? You're on mute, Gwen. Ladies first. We can't hear you, Gwen. We can't. Oh, she trying to play.
oh wow.
Hey, Keith Williams, let me put you on the spot. October 24th. Can we hear Gwen?
Hey,
Okay, don't let the whole say your voice, Keith. October 24th, who do you see?
The one that has fought a good fight and
Uh-huh.
finished the course. That's who I see winning.
Little baby go wow, wow, wow.
Well,
Don't be political on this show. Don't do that. Don't
Right.
politicize. Don't
That's the
politicize.
truth. The one that has fought a good fight.
Now, y'all
And
just sit up there and
finished the
said those candidates should voice their opinion. Didn't y'all just say that?
Right. My
Shantae Brown,
my-
be down with
look.
Shantae Brown.
My candidate. See, look at you. Well, see, yeah, I'm with
Oh, we got to
Shantae.
talk
I'm
about
down
the
with
treasury
Shantae.
too. We got the treasury race with Mara versus Erica Parker. Oh, we got a bunch to talk about.
stay
Go ahead,
on point, sir. Stay on point. We on time schedule.
I know it, but I'm just
Go
trying.
ahead, Keith. Go ahead, Keith.
She didn't give an answer. So,
Yes,
Keith,
I
who you got?
did. You may not like my answer, but I gave you an answer.
Keith, who she gave a Gary Richardson or Chris
Oh,
Colvin
no,
answer.
you didn't. No, you didn't. Did you go there? Did you go there? Okay. Go on, Keith.
Okay, in all sincerity, I think that Travis Hendricks is going to walk away from this this race.
Even if Fairfield doesn't come out.
Yes. But here's the thing, and here's one of the reasons why Sylvia Swain, is in the runoff, because most of her votes came from the eastern part of, District 55. So she's going to get people, to come to the polls. But
it's a classic week, Keith. It's a classic week.
Yeah, that's the thing that that's the thing that that's the thing that kind of bothers me. We got a major football event that's coming up, and there's certain people that you're probably not going to see at the game anyway, and so 9 times out of 10 you're probably going to see them coming out to vote, which is probably on the eastern side of town. I don't hardly see anybody from Fairfield. We're probably not going to see a lot of votes coming in from Fairfield. I think most of the votes are going to come from Birmingham.
All right. Josh Raby. Oh, now he playing the connection issue. Oh my God, y'all are some chumps.
That was smart, Josh. That was so smart.
Josh, God dog it,
that was so smart.
That's the NNB history right now.
Yeah, some of y'all talking about running for office. It's gonna be y'all turn soon. So y'all better be real. Better
Josh,
practice now.
did he do it, Ladarius? That was slick,
Oh man,
boy.
he did it in classic form.
Oh, that was
Hey,
slick.
Antwon on the line. I just got finished talking about you.
Oh, that was slick. Oh man, that was slick, boy. But Gwen and Josh, y'all are professional podcasters now.
I have sat back and I'm cooking dinner and I'm watching this. And if we don't stand for something, we'll fall for anything.
Thank you.
And in the midst of falling for anything, we will continue to put our people in limbo of doing what's right rather than following a political system that will continue to fail them. And so I saw Mr. Guy Fletcher say that, those who are losing, those who lost the race, should announce who they're supporting. The only reason why I decided to stay out of this race and not publicly endorse either is because of the fact that I want listeners to hear this. And I have made this very known in public. When has it become okay for a sitting current mayor and a sitting current leader of the Alabama Democratic Party to jump in a wide open primary with Democrats and put close to almost $40,000 behind a candidate, and the people have not yet vetted the candidate? When did that become okay? And then another reason why I won't publicly support either is because when you look at those who will be affected by the decisions that are going to be made, these people don't even have a clue why it is that these individuals even decided to run. And so to answer Mr. Fletcher's question, I do know who I'm supporting. And another reason why I cannot publicly endorse a candidate is because I am a part of an organization that will be participating in the endorsement process, and I am on the screening committee. That was my fundamental reason for not getting involved. But beyond that, if that wasn't the case, yes, I would publicly come out for my candidate. Now, moving forth, and then I'm going to get off because I got on here to say what I need to say. Moving forth, I would encourage those of us who understand this process and those of us who are truly for the people to begin to hold individuals accountable that know better but won't do better about their people. I don't care if they're friends of ours. I don't care if they're colleagues of ours. I don't care if they're family. If they know better and they have influence and they won't help their people do better, I have a problem with you. We have a lot of races that are important coming up next year. And there are 2 or 3 that I know for a fact that they're going to play the race card in and they're going to play the black card in. And it ain't got nothing to do with race, but who qualified to get the job done. Now, I said what I had to say. Ladarius, Keith, thank you for your confidence and my leadership. I tried my best. I'm not perfect. I understand that what I grew up on, and Ladarius, you know this, we grew up on you start in the neighborhood, you prove yourself, and then you move up the ranks and get the blessings as you go up the ranks. Reverend, well, you know this too. But now, when you look at our neighborhoods association, they look at the neighborhood officers as a joke when once upon a time, neighborhood officers had a lot of power to tell you if you were going to get reelected or if you're going home. And when they tell you, they meant that. And so as we move forth, I challenge each and every last one of you. I challenge you guys. It don't matter if it causes you friendships, if it causes you some relationships, we have to stand for what's right, because what they're doing is the system is causing those of us who know better to play up against each other to protect something that will continue to hold us back.
That's
So,
right.
right quick, the question, you came in now at the time of the question, so we present the question to you, Ladarius and Josh, because Josh tried to click off.
I didn't try to click off. I'm now on my laptop anymore, using my phone, and I clicked the wrong.
Okay.
So let me answer now, Lonnie, and this is not political or this is not backstanding. I don't mind telling who I am, but I can't because of the fact that I am going to be a part of a process that I take serious. And that, guess what? I have even told Ladarius, our president, we're going to be transparent about it. And I told him I will hold him accountable. And so I'm not going back on that. But to answer the first question, if I was not in the race and the 2 that I felt that should have been in the runoff, if I wasn't in the race, I can't say 2. I would have to say 1.
Come
And
on,
that
OJ,
one
with the
person,
if I did do it.
that part. And the one person, because I don't see 2, I'll be honest, but the one person that I would have said should have been in the runoff would have been Cara McClure, hands down. And the reason why I say Cara is because of the fact Cara she didn't need no position. She didn't need elected officials money. She didn't need organizations from Birmingham money. You know what she did? She went outside of the state of Alabama, built coalitions, brought resources back, and she operated and organized around the local government and got stuff done. I'm talking about during the pandemic. I'm talking about after she ran for office in 2018. Not only that, Cara has worked on social issues, social economic issues that continue to plague the Black community. Mass incarceration. Don't nobody talk about how Cara took her personal money to start Black mama bailouts, getting our Black women out of jail. Nobody talked about that. Nobody talked about it.
I'm doing the Black men this year. If anybody want to help,
go ahead. That's great. No one talked about how Cara McClure stood up with Antwon Womack to fight against the injustice in our public education system. She didn't have a position. She wasn't even interested in politics. And so when I look at why I felt she should have been in the runoff, those are the reasons why. It's because she has results behind her.
Cara versus who?
Cara versus who? What you mean?
If you wasn't it, no, bump that. You were in the race. Cara versus who? Cara versus you?
Of course. Of course.
All right. Quick question. What was the budget for the state of Alabama dealing with the school and the balancing that they have to do?
So the Education Trust Fund budget this past budget cycle was from anywhere from $5.8 billion to $6 billion.
And
the education.
Hold up, right there. Did y'all hear that number? And 45,000 people who were able to vote only came out with less than 10% of those put somebody's in. They're going to put somebody in office, and it's going to be less than that 10% this time to come out and vote for somebody who's over a $5.8 billion budget.
Almost up to 6 point. And in next year's budget, the Education Trust Fund budget will go up to $8.5 billion.
$8.5 billion. And we
$8.5 billion. So people need to know that the Education Trust Fund is the biggest asset of the state of Alabama. They use the Education Trust Fund budget to balance the general budget for years.
And keep in mind, you got another seat that's getting ready to come up on the state representative side that's going to be in this same position. Okay. Ladarius Hillard.
Issue 52.
Did you say that, Lonnie?
Yes, I did. Ladarius Hillard. Ladarius Hillard. Where are you, sir?
I think he'll be back. He'll be back. He just disappeared for a moment. He'll be right back.
So, he pulled the Josh number, but Josh still here.
Josh Raby.
So listen.
Who should have won? Who will
I've
win?
already told you who I wanted. I wanted Womack as my state representative. I've said this publicly, and I won't change my answer. If there was a runoff, I would have wanted to see Womack.
No. I said the new question is who will win October 24th?
So, just like Womack, I can't answer that because I'm on 3 endorsement bodies and we haven't met yet, and I ain't finna get in trouble. So that's my answer. Y'all call it a cop out, but I'm on 3 endorsement bodies and I can't answer that question.
Hey, what is this right here, Josh? What is this?
I'm not doing this with you.
It's a cap, right? Okay.
Okay, Lonnie, you're asking everybody that question. Let me ask you.
Right.
That same question.
The same question? Very simple.
Question.
The same question. Very simple. I've been telling y'all for years, even the city council, District 6, District 7, wait a minute, let me back up. I told you 2, 3, and 5 were going to be made to where it's 51% more white people to keep those seats. When they redrew those lines, those seats now are basically will be white as long as they want them. Now, 6 and 7 can be white as well. Homewood not Homewood, but there's an area over there by Titusville that has like 4,000 votes, basically mostly white. I'm going somewhere. 6 can be white, 7 can be white. Oxmoor has several new neighborhoods. Oxmoor votes. If your neighborhood votes, those are the people who typically win. Now, Sylvia Swain, it surprised Ladarius. It didn't surprise me. White people vote. You got 75% black people in Birmingham, and Randall Woodfin won majority of it from the white vote.
Oh, well,
Sylvia Swain, hold on. Sylvia Swain won because white people came out to vote. Now, I knew Hendricks was going to be in there. I was wanting Antwon Womack to be in there, but I knew Swain was going to get in there. It was either going to be Swain and somebody else or Hendricks and somebody else, because both of them had a powerful backing. Swain had Patricia Todd and her machine. Hendricks has, as somebody said earlier, they had Anthony Daniels and Randall Woodfin. Oh, that was Antwon. Now, on October 24th, if Fairfield does not come out and vote, Sylvia Swain will have that seat. If
And that is
Fairfield
accurate.
comes out and vote, Hendricks will get that seat. It comes down to Fairfield. If Fairfield does not vote, here Sylvia Swain will win.
Hands down.
Hands down. Because what? White people vote.
But you also have to realize this, Lonnie. When you look at the top 4 precincts in District 55, 2 of the biggest boxes are in Fairfield. That's Glen Oaks and Mount Pilgrim Baptist Church.
And what was their numbers?
This past time out of Fairfield and Tola, it was roughly about almost 300 and some votes.
Out of 2 of the biggest boxes. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yep.
Right. So here we go. October 24th, I give you I'm not sitting on, but we will do a debate. Now, does that make them not want to come on the show? I hope it does not stop them from coming on the show. I would love for them to do a debate. But I'm telling y'all, black people, it does not matter if you're 73% black district if you're not voting. Randall Woodfin won because of the white vote.
You know how Randall Woodfin became mayor of the city of Birmingham? And I'm gonna tell you how he got in the runoff with William Bell. One area, 4,000 voters out of Cahaba Heights, fire station number 1. Those 4,000 people that do not vote in local elections came out and got
voted.
Randall Woodfin.
You got to stop thinking that I told a politician this. You got to stop thinking that Birmingham is not turning white. We got one more good cycle of black leadership. I know that's driving Ladarius crazy, but Ladarius, you was shocked. Now keep in mind, let me show you how crazy it is.
I was shocked and disappointed. I was shocked because of the these 2 people being in the runoff. I was disappointed because I felt like that community did a disservice when they put somebody in the race when they already had a member in the race and who had already ran before. And I think that they ignored it because of the fact he was a black male. I didn't like it.
Yeah,
I have to agree. I have to agree.
Different community, man. We need to do a show with the alphabet community for real. I love this.
Lonnie, listen, Lonnie. LGB. Don't be calling us alphabets.
I got my GED. I can't do it.
Gwen Webb, that Negro called us alphabet people.
The alphabet community It's a different community.
He
I got
said
my
the
GED. I can't say LGBTQ.
That
Hey,
boy
hey,
said the alphabet
all right,
community.
Lonnie, you gonna get banned off of StreamYard and Facebook.
hey,
You know, they
Ladarius,
gonna come for you.
what Carlos Miller said. Say what you said.
Yeah, they
Just
gonna scratch you.
just a few confirmations
Now,
real quick, people. Just a few confirmations real quick, because Lenny really do have to get off before y'all see him sleep on the couch. Listen, we just got one candidate that says they will do the debate. Now we need to hear from the other. And
What was the one candidate? Who's the one candidate?
It's
Sylvia
on there.
said yes.
Sylvia Swain.
Sylvia
Sylvia
said yes.
Serena Swain.
do
She
what?
said, I do the debate.
Oh, I see it.
Yeah.
So, has anybody contacted Hendricks
I have
campaign?
reached out to one of his people on his campaign. I'm waiting to hear back.
Oh, let's do it. I want to see this debate.
And I told y'all the questions.
I definitely want to see it before the Jefferson County Millennial Democrats endorse anybody.
The questions.
I do either. I think that
questions will come from you
we
all.
should make the screen.
So y'all need to go ahead. Y'all need to go ahead and write y'all questions. The questions are coming from you all. So look, no, let me say, I joke about the alphabet community. I don't. First of all, I ain't apologizing now. Don't do that. Don't come after me.
I was just gonna say,
I ain't never
don't
said
take
it.
it back now because you done got one of them messages. Somebody
That's what I
that
said.
messaged you
Don't
said
play
they're gonna
with
meet
me,
you at your
Chris.
car.
Don't play with me.
No,
Chris.
don't try to go back on your word now.
Oh,
You
no,
talking
I'm not.
about the
That's what I'm about
alphabet
to say.
community. You calling them
You know what I'm about to
alphabet.
say? The alphabet community is
You
rough.
gonna have, hey, listen, somebody gonna be at your car waiting on you.
Well, see, but look at it this way.
I
Regardless,
ain't apologizing now. I don't apologize.
well, don't say it, because if people look around,
No, say what you
you
say.
look around and you look around and you see in city government, what do you see? You can say alphabet if you want to. You look in the state government, what do you see? You look in a lot of churches, what do you see?
The
Don't even,
alphabet.
And that's what I'm saying. I don't want, and that was another thing I was saying. I was
That's not
seeing
right.
people saying we don't need that type of thing in the community. We don't need that in a seat. And I was disappointed in that, because you're again, you'll never get me talking about I'm an ally, this and that to fit in. I don't need to fit in with you. I could care less about fitting in with anybody.
And we don't need you over here, the alphabet community, Lonnie Malone.
No, let me get this straight though. As everybody know me, as you can see, I got Antwon Womack on this freaking show, which I don't know why we friends now. But don't come to me saying that's my partners. Don't come to me saying we don't need this part of it in the community. Don't do that to me. I only want to talk about the issues. I only want to look. I'm a black man. I do not want to give up a black seat. You understand what I'm saying? Never, because I know how politics work. But I'm also at the point where we need people who are, what you say, Josh and Keith, who know the job. That's what I'm looking for. If Hendricks knows the job, go for it. If Swain knows the job, go for it. You get what I'm saying? Don't come to me with the black and white issue.
Nobody can go to Montgomery knowing what to do. Montgomery is an on-the-job training job.
No. What I'm saying is, at least know what a state representative do.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
what I'm
Okay, I got you.
That's what I'm saying. And that's any race. Because when I went up for the city council, we had people coming for the city council, didn't even know what the city council job description was. You understand what I'm saying? So here's it. A debate, one person already said they will. Sylvia Swain has said they'll do a debate. If Hendricks said it, we will have the questions ready. We will have a debate ready to go in NNP style. We can do it on Zoom or we can do it in public.
We're doing it in person. I'm already waiting on the place to say yes. I just messaged them.
We'll do it now. But ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank y'all. Keith Williams, next Sunday, be ready to talk about that line. Ladarius Hillard, you still online?
I know. It's a cigar. I know.
I'm just but no. But be ready, Keith Williams, to talk about this line for the congressional seat. I'm looking forward to this congressional race. I know Terry Sewell has 2 people that are coming out against her this time. So I'm looking at interested in that race. I don't think anybody should go without being contested. That's just me personally, because I think that holds a person's feet to the fire. Doesn't mean I don't think they're doing a good job. I just think that everybody needs a challenge. You don't sit up there and watch a basketball game with one team. So we're looking forward to the debate. Again, Sylvia Swain has said yes. Josh Raby has reached out to Sylvia Swain and to Travis Henry. The questions will come from Keith Williams, Antwon Womack, Ladarius Hillard, Gwen Webb, and Josh Raby. I'm looking forward to this debate. I think that everybody needs to do it. But again, next weekend, Not Necessarily Political, will be back at 3 o'clock on Sunday, and we will be talking about the line drawn for the congressional seat. We have one candidate already in an article now. I have not spoken to Commissioner Sheila Tyson, but in an article, it was said that she will be running, not thinking about it.
I'll confirm it. I talked to her. She said she's in.
I was just about to say, she told me.
No,
Yes, she
I'm
told
just
me
saying,
yesterday.
I have to say, because I'm not doing allegedly, I'm saying I personally have not spoken to her, but an article was there. I'm just referencing where I got my information. Now you two have confirmed it, and I know everybody on here is friendly and with Tyson, so we know. Okay, so we'll be discussing the congressional seat next weekend. Keith Williams is going to go over the maps with us. Anybody else want to join? Let us know. But thank you all for joining. This actually was.
I got one more thing.
Okay.
One more thing. I don't think the public knows.
Hold up. Before you do this, everybody get ready to say goodbye to everybody. After we'll do one by one. Go ahead, Womack.
I don't think the public knows is last year the Alabama legislature and the Democratic delegation, the Democratic House caucus, fall off a bill that would have destroyed public education. The Alabama Charter School Association and the Homeschool Association put a bill up that would have taken Avalon taxes from Jefferson County, Mobile, and all of the black areas, and allow charter schools and private schools to use Avalon money, which will take away from public education. Now, the reason why I brought that up is because of the fact that one way to kill off a people and one way to slowly kill a community is take away education. And they are on the rampage, and that's why this seat is very important. And who sits in this seat is very important, is because of the fact if they get that bill, and Terry Collins, who is a ranking member on the Education and Ways and Means Committee down there, if she gets her way and they get that bill through, this is how they will then come back to what Lonnie said. They will begin to knock off the black representation here in Birmingham on our mayor and city council. When they take all the money from public schools, you can kiss it goodbye for black folks. So I'm saying that to say this is that, guess what? Call your state rep and your state senator and tell them, as soon as they see that bill comes up that talks about charter schools and talks about private schools being able to use Avalon money and take away from public education, guess what? Call them and tell them immediately to fight against it, because if not, we through. It's a wrap. That's all I wanted to say, because I don't think the public knew about that. And what pissed me off is our representatives did not come back and talk about it.
All right, thank you, Brother Womack. Joshua, hurry up. Let's go. I got to get
Hey,
on.
listen, thank y'all so much for watching ENP. Please keep safe, keep looking, and we will have more debate information come up in the next few days. Probably tomorrow we'll have confirmed everything. So just be looking out on ENP page tomorrow. Peace.
Ladarius, you're muted.
I love you, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Keith Williams.
Thanks everybody for tuning in. If you live in District 55, please make every effort to go out and vote.
Ladies
I
and
don't care.
gentlemen. Go ahead, Keith. I'm sorry. My bad.
I don't care. I know it's classic weekend, but we can have all these that's fine that we got this classic that's coming up, but don't forget about your responsibility to go out and vote. Please go out and vote.
Ladies and gentlemen, District 55. Oh, Gwen is back on. Hold on, God dog, y'all in these phones. Hold on 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry.
Hey, it's a national holiday next Sunday, y'all.
Gwen, give us 30 seconds of goodbye. We're about to hang up.
What is your birthday, Josh?
Yep.
Look, Lonnie.
Pastor.
Hello.
Pastor. Yes.
Lonnie. Yes. Okay. Well, I guess everyone has closed out. I don't know. It's not my phone though. Since others have been going in and out. One thing that we must realize and that we must do is start, like Dr. King said, we've got to stop being so judgmental. Okay? It say it's a black district. If it was such a good black district, people would have been fighting for a good man. He was hoodwinked, bamboozled, but look what's fixing to happen now. Another district is about to be open. So if we don't start putting, we've got to stop playing the game and stop playing the race game. You guys know I'm not with that. I'm with getting the right people, the good people. I don't care whether it's in the city seat, state seat, whomever. Let's get the right people. Let's do that and stop all of this. Because our city has gone to hell, like my grandmother used to say, in a laundry basket. We've got to do better.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen.
When are we coming back?
Next Sunday at 3 p.m.
All right.
I have debate information tomorrow.
Okay. But ladies and gentlemen, I got an echo. Thank you all for joining us today for Impromptu. We really appreciate you giving us your time. And we'll be back. Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.